everybody, it's your girl Gingy here, and welcome to my channel Ginger Books, or welcome back if you're a continuing watcher or subscriber. And of course, if you have stumbled upon this video and you're new here, hello, my name's Erica, aka Gingy. So today I am bringing you the what I read in August wrap-up, and I'm excited to actually have these stack of books here. Yes, it is a stack, so it's not just one or two. We actually have 5 books here sitting in front of me. So let's get to it. So the first one on top of the list that I read in August, and that is To Sir Philip with Love, Eloise's Story by Julia Quinn. And I'm not gonna lie, still a 5 out of 5. All of these books have been a 5 out of 5 for me so far. It just makes me want to read more of the series, even though I do have reading plans. So I don't know if we're going to get to Francesca's Story, which is the next one in the line, but we will see. The next one I have here is a book that I've been meaning to get to because I actually own all of the books now, thanks to this book. And that is Crave by Tracy Wolff out of the Crave series. And this is the first book. I absolutely loved it. I enjoyed it. And if you need to go check out Vlog 1 and Vlog 2 of the Magical Readathon Aurelium if you haven't already, and you'll see my thoughts of why I liked it. However, after some serious thought, I did have to change my rating because after I sat on it for a while, it just reminded me too much of Twilight, where I made it almost feel like it was a copycat of Twilight. Even though it had its own kind of original and like flavor to it, it still felt too much like Twilight for me. So I hope the series does get better and kind of becomes more of its own organic thing. Unless it's supposed to be a parody of like Twilight, like the author's trying to make fun of Twilight. Then I changed my mind and it'll be a 4 out of 5. The next one is a graphic novel that I had to use to complete the prompt in the Magical Readathon, and that is Persepolis, the Story of a Childhood by Mary Jane Satrapi. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. So this is telling the story of the author when she growing up in Iran until she was about age 13 or 14, where her parents did end up sending her to Austria to live because of what was going on in the late 70s to early 80s in Iran. Between Iran and Iraq, I believe. I could be wrong. And it was nice to actually be able to see a graphic novel. It was easier to digest, and it's just, wow. Now, do I recommend kids reading this? Absolutely not. Just because it does get graphic in some certain instances, and it does talk about some very serious topics. But it's definitely like a nice, probably later middle school into high school if you want to learn a little bit more about, through a citizen's eyes, of what was going on at the time. So, definitely recommend. It was a 5 out of 5 for me. Now, the next one is from an author that I have read before and absolutely loved the book, but I just have not read any more ever since, and I don't know why. So, I read Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it follows the Rivera family? I'm so sorry. I am very bad at pronouncing the names. The Riva family. And it does a dual timeline of when June, the parents met June and Michael, fall in love, get married, and have kids, and their turmoil of their failed marriage, as well as following the children that came out of the marriage. So it was definitely interesting, and I really love Taylor Jenkins Reid's way of storytelling and just fitting a very big historical fiction element into it. And supposedly this also goes with the Carrie Soda is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I believe that's the title. So I definitely have to read that one next. But another easy 5 out of 5 for me. And then on to my first thriller in a long time, and the book that I kept forgetting the title. If you've read or watched the vlog, you'll understand. And that is Riley Sager, The Only One Left. I devoured this. I loved this story. It kept me guessing at every turn. So you pretty much follow your main character, Kit, who ends up having something very tragic happen to them. And I'm not going to give too much away because if I say it, I'm going to be saying spoilers. And so because of that tragic event that happened and breaking the rules at her home healthcare nurse job, she was suspended without pay for 6 months pending an investigation. She was found not guilty and was able to come back to work, but her boss really didn't want her to come back to work, so he sends her to Hope's End, which Hope's End had a tragedy happen in 1929 where all but one family member was killed and that person survived and was living there ever since. And so she is supposed to be Lenora Hope, supposed killer, caregiver. And it just was twist and turning. There was some that I kind of predicted that possibly could happen, and it did. But there was enough that it literally just blew me away of like every twist and turn, and I absolutely loved it. So I gave it a 5 out of 5. So as you can tell, I had a really high August reading month, and I'm excited to see what September is going to bring. So, but we do have some reading plans in September. Currently, I am filming one of those vlogs that I'm going to keep a secret. But we are going to do a readathon this month. And let me just open my bullet journal here. And I already have the TBR set for it, so I'm already way ahead of the game. So this month, we're going to be taking part of the Vampire Diaries readathon, hosted by Chloe Reads Books, and I will link everything down below. And I'm excited. So in Chloe Reads Books announcement video, which I will post down below, there is the Google Drive that has everything, and you get to sign up for a team. So there's Team Stefan and Team Damon. Of course, I picked Team Damon because I love Damon. Like, I love seasons 3 all the way to the final season. Like, I could skip the first 3 seasons and I would be fine. Sorry, Steph, but... And so these are the prompts that we have to complete. And now, if I remember right, I think you have to complete a prompt per book, but I don't know if I'm going to do that per se, because you earn points for your team when you do that. But I'm kind of just I'm signed up for a team, but I kind of just want to do this like on my own, just to see how I like it. And maybe next year we can do a book per prompt, just because there are 10 prompts, and I know I'm not going to be able to get through 10 books, and also try to. I just know. I'm not going to get through 10 books. I'm just lucky I got through 5 books in August. All right, so the first one is Clock Tower. Read a book with a supernatural element. And so I picked Chain of Iron because I have already started that by Sarah J. Maas, and we need to read it. Number 2, Mystic Grill, book featuring a friendship. And so I also put Chain of Iron for that one as well. The third one, Mystic Falls High School, book with a school setting. I picked Crush because we're going to make it to book 2, which is all the way up there. You know, I should have gathered the books before I did this. So I do apologize. This is a little chaotic. And I also have Crush for number 10, which is Mystic Falls, a vampire book, which there's vampires. Spoiler. And Crave, the Crave series. Now, number 2, Salvatore Boarding House, a book with a historical element. And I decided, I guess we're not going to read Carrie Soto is back yet, but we're going to read another one by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which is Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Actually, that was the first book I ever bought for Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I haven't even read it yet. What is wrong with me? Number 5, Lockwood Mansion. Read a popular book. As you can tell, that's sitting on my shelf right up there. We're going to read Fourth Wing, so I can formulate my own opinion of the book. And I hope it lives up to the hype. Number 6, Wickery Bridge. Read a thriller. And actually, we're going to read the Literally Dead book club's September 2023 read, which is Monstrello by Gerardo Samna Cordova. I'm sorry, I probably just butchered that name. I completely apologize. So we're going to read that one. Number 7, Mystic Falls Cemetery, book with a dark cover, which is, I'm going to have Monstrello be for that one as well. Number 8, Gilbert House, a romance, which Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, it says one of the categories it does fit into the like historical fiction, historical romance. Number 9, Forbes House, a book with a party in it. There is a party in Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, so that's also going to complete it too. And then, of course, we said number 10, Mystic Falls, vampire book, is going to be Crushed by Tracy Wolff. So those are the books that I'm going to cover. So there's only 5 books that we're going to try to read for the readathon. On top of the 3 books that I'm going to read for a special video idea that you'll have to see when it comes out. So I'm going to keep that as a secret. And as you can... If you've been watching the vlogs from last month, the Magical Readathon, you know that I am introducing doing vlogs every week again, reading vlogs, except for the first week of the month. I am going to supplement that with The Sims, because the week previous to that would be my break week, where I take a break and try to finish up videos. So we're going to have only Sims videos once a month to help break up the monotony a little bit, as well as find fillers. So you will see that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys stick around for September and follow along with me as we read these books for the Vampire Diaries Readathon. I'm excited, and I do plan on rewatching the Vampire Diaries throughout the whole month. So that will be very fun. As well as I hope you stick around for the special vlog that I will be doing. I will give you a hint. It's author themed. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw and want to stick around for more, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification, so you are notified. I do post tentatively every Tuesdays and Thursdays, with vlogs being every Thursday and fun bookish content being Tuesdays. And then I also do take as I said before, take the last week of the month off to finish up planning for the next month. So I hope everybody has a great start to their week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!